Hi everyone. Welcome to the Machine Learning Club Machine Learning Intro course. We're so happy to have you. Let's get started. So, when we talk about AI, machine learning, deep learning, there is a kind of really hard time understanding the distinction between these three terms: artificial intelligence, machine learning, and deep learning. So, what's the difference? Artificial intelligence is a computer program that can reason, act, and react. Notice how it's a very general term. Any computer program that can adapt to its environment, basically. Machine learning refers to algorithms that improve as they are exposed to more and more data. So even a linear model that improves as it's exposed to more data and has a better linear fit to its data is considered a machine learning model. And deep learning is a subset of machine learning that focuses on highly complex multi-layered neural networks that focus on hard problems to solve. Problems like object detection and other applications that we'll mention in just a minute. So, what is the machine learning pipeline? How does it work? How are we building a machine learning model that works in real world environments? I would say there are five main steps. The first step is collecting our data, which means from whatever experiment we've done or whatever observations we've made, we need to consolidate that data in one place. Then what we have to do is clean that data. Cleaning the data entails looking at the data, seeing if there are null values, seeing if the values are all of the same type, and we'll discuss this in future videos. But making sure that the data is all uniform is really important. Then we build our model. Building our model is defined by what problem we are addressing. Meaning, we'll have different models for different types of problems. And we get into supervised learning and unsupervised learning. We'll talk about this in a lot more in depth. But if you were trying to identify between a cat and a dog, you might look at what foods the dogs and the cats eat, how large they are, their weight, their lifespan. You won't look at arbitrary things like fur color, things of that nature. So, building a model based off of your data is super important. And then, most machine learning models train, which means they're exposed to more and more data over time, and the model supposedly becomes better at identifying patterns within the data and predicting certain characteristics of the data. And then we evaluate our model. After we train, we evaluate how well the model made predictions, how well the model performed in real life situations. And then we have this whole idea of going back to building the model, making kind of key changes to the model to make sure that it functions better in the next iteration. And there are some algorithms, specifically neural networks, that actually back propagate and adjust themselves on their own. And that's a really cool concept that we'll be learning a lot later in the course. But stay tuned. Now, what are some key applications of machine learning? If you ask someone on the street and said, you should care about machine learning, and they ask, why should I care about machine learning? Here's why. Machine learning powers self-driving cars. Companies like Tesla use neural networks for object detection to keep the car interacting with the road in the safest way possible, to make sure that the car isn't hitting pedestrians. And they've used massive amounts of data to make their car really good at doing what it's supposed to do, being a self-driving car. Machine learning can also be used for object detection, detecting objects in real time, like we see here in the image, or facial recognition, which is also super crucial. We can also see that machine learning can be used for healthcare applications, as we see on the right. Um, this is a X-ray that is analyzed by machine learning to extract where the lungs are most exposed to damage after someone being exposed to COVID-19. So Here we can see the applications of machine learning. I hope you learned a lot from this video. In the next video, we're going to discuss the distinction between supervised machine learning and unsupervised machine learning. I'll see you then.